Hey, second period. So today we're going to try something different, and we're going to try doing one of our lessons on Desmos together on Edpuzzle. So we're going to go ahead and start on the first slide with our warm-up. You're given 4 different images, and you're going to go ahead and think about which one doesn't belong, and then go ahead and answer that question in the question right next to the video once it pauses. On to our next slide. So now with 20% longer bars. So Des Best granola bars are now 20% longer. If the original bar was 15 centimeters long, how long is the new granola bar? Use paper if it helps with your thinking. So again, there are many different ways that you could solve this, but I want to get us onto this new strategy, which was going to help you in the long term and really connect to our work that we did last quarter related to proportional relationships. So I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing a t-table. On the left side of the t-table, I'm going to write old. And on the right side of the t-table, I'm going to write new. Based off the information that I read, I know that the original bar was 15 centimeters long. So underneath old, I'm going to write 15. And underneath 15, I'm going to write 100%. And that's because the original bar, 15 centimeters, was 100% of the original. Now, it tells me that it's 20% longer. So that means my new percentage would be 120. And I can prove that because 100 plus 20, which is the 20% longer, would give me 120. So again, this is a percent increase, so it's going to be over 100. Now, I need to figure out what I can multiply 100 by to get to 120. And I can do that by dividing the new over the old. So that means I want to divide 120 by 100 to find my COP. And 120 divided by 100 is 1.2. So maybe you notice that you're just moving the decimal place 2 places to the left. So this means that 100 times 1.2 is 120. So down here I'm going to write that I'm multiplying by 1.2. So that means I'm also going to multiply 15 by 1.2, and that's going to give me 18. This means that the new granola bar is 18 centimeters long. Like I mentioned, there are multiple strategies to solve percent problems, so here's DeAndre's strategy. So go ahead and take a look at his strategy, and once the video pauses, go ahead and explain what he may have been thinking. Now, it's all about the money. In order to make more money, Des worst granola bars are now 10% shorter. So now we have a percent decrease. So again, if the original bar was 15 centimeters long, how long is the new granola bar? Again, many ways to think about this, but I'm going to use the same t-table. Again, on the left, I have old. On the right, I have new. My old info is the same as the previous problem. So we have 15 centimeters and 100% underneath that. My new percentage, because it's 10% shorter, is going to be 90%. And that is because 100 minus 10, again it's shorter, is 90. So again, I want to find my COP. I want to figure out what I can multiply 100 by to get to 90. And I can do that by dividing the new by the old. So I'm going to divide 90 by 100, and that gives me 0.9. So that means that my COP in one direction is 0.9. So if I can multiply 100 by 0.9 to get to 90, I can also multiply 15 by 0.9 to get my new 10% shorter granola bar, which would be 13.5. Now, Afia's strategy is the strategy that I have been using, so that I have been modeling in the previous slides. So go ahead, once the video pauses, go ahead and try to explain what she may have been thinking. Now we have a different situation. Which is better? There are two different boxes of granola bars are the same price. One box has 40% more bars. The other has 4 more bars. So which do you think is a better deal? Do you think the better deal is 40% more bars, 4 more bars, or maybe do you think this is not enough information? Now let's go ahead and take a look at our card sort. So we're being asked to match each situation to the diagram. So it looks like we have 2 diagrams up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put those to the top so I can start thinking about my ideas. So if I take a look at this tape diagram, it looks like I have last year's and I have this year's, and it looks like this is a percent decrease because we are within the 100%. If I take a look at this image, I can see that this rectangle exceeds the 100%. So this looks like it's a percent increase. So let's take a look. Compared to last year's strawberry harvest, this year's strawberry harvest is a 25% increase. So do you think this card matches with this diagram over here or this diagram over here? So the first diagram or the second diagram? Another one, this year's apple harvest is 3/4 of last year's apple harvest. So do you think that is a percent decrease or a percent increase? The first image or the second image? Another idea, compared to last year, this year's peach harvest decreased 25%. Does that statement match with the first diagram or the second diagram? This year's plum harvest is 125% of last year's plum harvest. Would you match that with the first diagram or the second diagram? There are 1/4 more raspberries this year compared to last year. Would you match that with the first diagram or the second diagram? And then our last situation, this year's blueberry harvest is 75% of last year's. Would you match that with the first diagram or with the second diagram? Now, let's go ahead and take a look at actually one of these diagrams and something it was matched to. So here are 2 sorted cards. If 80 pounds of peaches were harvested last year, how many pounds were harvested this year? So again, multiple ways to solve this, but we're going to focus on understanding the t-table. So on one side we have old, on the other side we have new. Underneath our old is going to be this 80 pounds of peaches. And that's going to represent 100% of the harvest last year. If we take a look at our image and our situation, we can see that there is a 25% decrease. So here it says that with the words, here you can visualize that. Because there is a 25% decrease, that is going to be less than 100. And 100 minus 25 is going to be 75. You can see here that I'm showing my work to keep track of everything that I'm thinking about. Now, I want to find my COP. I want to know what I can multiply 100 by to get to 75. So again, I can do that by dividing the new by the old. So that means I'm going to divide 75 by 100, which is the same thing as moving the decimal place 2 places to the left. So that's the same thing as 0.75. So that means that I can multiply 100 by 0.75 to get to the other side. So if I can do that with 100, I can also do that to 80, and 80 times 0.75 is going to be 60. So that means that this year, only 60 pounds of peaches were harvested. That's sad. I really like peaches. Now, let's go ahead and give you a couple of minutes to work on the cool down. So you have the number of fish in a pond decreased by 10% this year compared to last year. Last year, there were 60 fish in the pond. How many fish are in the pond this year? So go ahead, maybe you want to use your graph notebook or a different piece of paper to solve it the way I did, or maybe you know a different way. Go ahead and solve this however you would like to, and then go ahead and make sure that you put your answer into the Edpuzzle right when this pauses. If you are done, before I invite you back to the main room, please call me over by pressing the help button, and we can check in, and you can go ahead and start your homework after we check in. Otherwise, I'll see you back in the main room shortly.